And the House Financial Services Committee hosts a hearing on the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB, and its handling of confidential consumer information. One America's Neil W. McCabe spoke to Representative Frank Guinta and calls for the agency's director to resign.
In its staff report, Unsafe at Any Bureaucracy, the House Financial Services Committee documented how the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, led by Richard Cordray, bullied a financial institution into a settlement for unproven allegations of racial and ethnic discrimination, and then looked the other way as white consumers applied for and received settlement payments. Although legislation forbids the CFPB from interceding in the auto finance market, in December 2013, the Bureau announced an $80 million settlement with Ally Financial involving at least 235,000 victims of discrimination. The problem was that CFPB Director Richard Cordray could not identify one victim associated with Ally Financial. The report by the House Financial Services Committee staff says this created a political dilemma for the CFPB. With no claimants, the Bureau's faulty methodology and weak case for discrimination, to cover up its dilemma, the Bureau removed safeguards to the claims process and knowingly opened the process to fraud. New Hampshire Republican Congressman Frank Guinta, a member of the House Financial Services Committee, told One American News his committee hosts a hearing on the scandal in early February.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, also known as CFPB, is continuing, I think, its strategy of wrongful settlements.
Guinta said people have called for Cordray's resignation, but he is waiting until after the hearing to pass judgment.
Republicans and Democrats know that there's a big problem at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. We're going to get to the bottom of it, and I think what you're going to see is somebody, Richard Cordray or other, have to resign. I want to hear what he has to say. I'll give him his day in the committee room before I make that determination.
Joseph Coangelo, the president of the Washington-based watchdog Consumers Research, told One American News the CFPB itself is flawed conceptually.
And it's probably emblematic of a larger trend that consumers over time have turned more and more towards the government, not just to protect their rights, but to pick winners and losers. Even with the really lofty goals of protecting consumers, even with zero corruption, even with perfect execution, you're managing a country of 300 million plus people. So when you're creating rules from this kind of concrete palace in DC, it's very difficult to do so without huge unintended consequences.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau was designed by President Barack Obama and the Democrats to be independent of congressional control. But House Republicans are sending the CFPB a message that party is over. Neil W. McCabe, One American News, Washington.